Hello and welcome back to my video. I hope all of you are doing well. Today we talk a little bit about stamp varieties and types and some plate flaws. So let's get started. Here we have a China issue of 1940 with and without secret marks of the dollar values in this particular case. And we're looking at the upper left-hand corner character, in which the regular issue, the character right here, this part, is connected. And the secret mark variety, it is open right here. So that is the secret mark they would be talking about. And that makes identifying the different types of these stamps a lot easier, starting out with the secret mark location and what it looks like. And here again on the Martyr series of 1932 through 1941, again we have stamps without and with the secret mark. And here again, without the secret mark, the first character right here on the lower left of each of these stamps, the regular issue without the secret mark is right here, not connected. And with the secret mark, it is connected. That tiny little connection there signifies the secret mark. And China of 1946 of the northeastern provinces. These Sun Yat-sen stamps do come in two different types. One where the character right next to the symbol here, right here to the left, is the character we're looking at. And here, type 1, again, this one here is opened. And in type 2, the same character right here is connected. So that signifies the two types. Now, on the unoverprinted stamps, catalog values don't much differ, perhaps a little bit, but not a whole lot. And not all of them in the series have type 1 and type 2, only a few. And here again, another example of the type 2, where the character here is connected, where the yellow arrow is. And the bottom one here just mentions that this is of the type 2. Now, the reason I mention this one, the overprinted one, is because there are, I believe, two values where the catalog value can be as much as 4 digits. And that is substantial. And that's why I'm pointing out the differences here between the two different types. So take a look at what you have, and maybe you're lucky and have the type 1 of the overprinted value. Not this particular one perhaps, but there are, you have to check the catalog on which ones. And China again, People's Republic of China of 1950. Here we're looking at, on the left, a reprint, and on the right, the original. They are different denominations, but that doesn't matter. The basic design is what we're interested in. And the reprints right here in the enlargement show sort of a rectangular design of that first left character at the top, whereas the originals do have a more squarish looking character on the left. So that one is actually an easy one to identify. And now we go to Switzerland, a few thousand miles away. Issues of 1878 and 80. These are, of course, postage dues with possible plate flaw. I am not sure. Perhaps the Swiss Specialized Catalog, Zumstein, I believe is the one, may indicate this and may have a value, perhaps. My regular catalog does not have this information, but nonetheless, right here and right here and here are very distinct discrepancies in the numeral 2. Actually, quite dramatic, in my opinion. So, very interesting. And here is similar possibility, but not quite as dramatic as the previous. We have a break up here in the vertical bar of the 5, and we have a split off at the very end of the pear-shaped ending of the 5. So again, very interesting, and even if there's no listing, it's still a nice addition to any Swiss stamp collection. And Switzerland of 1944, the normal type 2 on the left and the type 1 respectively. These I had explained long time ago in a very early video, the differences. And the difference here is the position of the middle bar, the H horizontal bar, and the middle bar of the two E's, which are in the type 2 raised off the center. And in the type 1, they are perfectly centered. The H horizontal, the E in both cases. And the type 1 is of the better catalog value, in particular as a used copy. And then there are two 15-centime stamps that are of different color, and these are quite obvious too. If you put them side by side, this one here is definitely the dark violet color, where this one is the regular. And values, yes, they do differ in these as well. A few dollars to just pennies, and here too, the same thing. $2 or $3 for mint, but used is well over $20. And this stamp here, very inexpensive, and used, I think it's only like 25 cents. And here we have the enlargement of the normal stamp type with the raised horizontal H bar and the elevated middle E bar. And here they're perfectly centered. And that should be clear to see. I don't know why it is, but every time when I use these enlargements of my stamps, there's always a color difference from the original. So I apologize for that, but I'm just trying to get some points across, and I think that you can see. And again, Switzerland of 1914 issue on the left, and the re-engraved issue, much lighter, but also much clearer, crisper, of 1928 on the right here. And this particular one on the right, the re-engraved, does have a better value, about 3 times. This one I think is around, on the left, around $3 used. This one here is maybe a little over $9 used. And again, Switzerland, many Swiss stamps and many different types. The 1909 bowstring in the front issue right here, the bowstring, and the 1910 issue bowstring where it is in the back of the bar, the vertical bar here. I have an enlargement I'll show you. Here it is, in back of the vertical bar and in front. So that should be relatively clear to see. And another issue of Switzerland, 1918 issue in 2 types. The upper base plate in this case is thinner than the lower in type 2, right here. And they are equal right here in the type 1. Here, an overprinted version of the type 1. Again, I will show you an enlargement. Here we have the type 2, the thinner base plate, and here the same size as the bottom. Now, if this type 2 you can find with the overprint on the previous page I showed, that is also a very expensive and rare stamp. So that is why it is quite important to at least know how to identify them when you run across them, maybe at a dealer or stamp show or what have you. And do you remember this particular cover, which I showed in my video number 120? This one, I just want to get a point across, and so I just refresh your memory. This particular one was the OAT, onward air transmission, overprint here, or hand stamp I should say, with the nice 3 franc Swiss stamp, which catalogs right around $65. So used on cover, I don't have a value for that. Anyways, I was the lucky guy with one bid to purchase this item at $4.99 back in January of this year. Now, in contrast, how about this one? not that long ago, May 1, this cover appeared on eBay, also the same 3 franc stamp, registered, no OAT or anything else special about it. It sold after 17 bids for, believe it or not, $72.11. This goes to show you that eBay can certainly be quite unpredictable. So we do need a little luck at times to get some good items, and also a little knowledge also goes a long ways. So keep your eyes peeled, and I hope that you will also end up with a nice find soon. Well, here again, my short video. I hope you liked at least a part of it, and hopefully you subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and give me a thumbs up. I certainly am in great gratitude for that. Thank you so very much for watching. Well, it always is a good idea to know different types and different variations of stamps as you rummage through possible stamps that you may want to purchase at a dealer or stamp show or the internet. So familiarizing oneself with at least the area that you specialize in, I feel is always a good idea. Good luck. My channel, Stamps Space, My Fun Things.